How to build an abandoned cart flow in Klaviyo. So, do you ever feel a little bit like you're giving away too many discounts, and perhaps for your business, it's killing your margins a little bit? Hey, I'm Dan, and today I'm going to show you how to build an advanced abandoned cart flow in Klaviyo that lets you split your cart value so you can incentivize high value purchases while protecting your profits on the lower value carts. This is the exact strategy we use to help one of our clients scale 10x in their email revenue system, 31,000 to over 311,000 in email revenue without giving away any unnecessary discounts. So let's dive in. First of all, why can you trust me? As I mentioned, we've helped clients scale from 3 figures, 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, and even to 8 figures. Some of those you can see here. We've got 31,000 to 311,000. That's a 10x in under 12 months. One here, again, 120,000, close to just under 700,000 in under a year. And here we have a client that's bringing in just under $300,000 worth of revenue from campaigns and flows per month. Diving into today's topic, why should we be thinking about splitting a cart when it comes to abandoned flows? So before I get straight into the Klaviyo template and show you how to build it, here's why this is so powerful. Not every abandoned cart is created equal. So for example, a cart with a $50 product might convert with just a single reminder and maybe some urgency attached to the cart. Whereas a $500 cart value might need a little bit of push, like free shipping or even maybe a small discount, like 10% off. Right? By splitting your cart value, you can target your incentives. So you're not just giving away discounts to people who would buy anyway. So first of all, let's go through what this structure of this flow looks like in a little bit of a mock-up here. So here you have the magic. The magic happens in this split here, which is split by cart value. On the left side or the right side, depending on which side you'll have, one will be with no incentive, one will be with incentive. The no incentive being a lower cart value, the higher value cart will be with an incentive. Now you can choose what your incentive can be. Some brands, it works with just free shipping. Other brands, they maybe need to do 5, 10%, 15% off. But these are things that you test, right, going forward. And we'll speak a bit about testing at the end of the video. So first of all, what's it look like on the no incentive branch? Well, both branches are very similar. So we go through the no incentive branch and it'll translate over to the high incentive branch. So first of all, we have the cart reminder on email 1. Brand promises, and what are those? Brand promises are basically like what your satisfaction guarantee is, what your USP is, like what you offer as a brand for your customers. Satisfaction guarantee being quite straightforward. If they don't like the product, what's the return policy, how long is the guarantee for, and things like that. Email 2. This is where we start to add a bit of urgency around the cart, and this can be limited stock. Okay, so that your favorite is running out soon. We only have X amount, and these can all be filled out with dynamic variables, or you can just use a static number. Like we have less than 50 in stock, less than 20 in stock, stuff like that. The other type of urgency is around the cart expiring, and you can combine both. Less stock and your cart is expiring in the next 24 hours. And then back that up with a bit of social proof as well at the bottom of the email. So have a couple of modules with some customers that have been praising your product. The third email, this is like the final urgency last chance around their cart. And again, whatever you did on email 2, you just want to add even more urgency around it expiring today or in the next few hours on email 3. Very simple. And the same thing here applies over on the second branch for the incentive. However, you're going to be offering some kind of discount, whether it be free shipping or a percentage off. Again, same exact structure. You have the discount email 1, the reminder and discount 2 with some urgency beginning around the discount. And then email 3, again, last chance on the discount. Super simple. Again, most of you guys I know will have an abandoned cart flow live right now. It's a matter of just duplicating that and just applying essentially the no incentive versus incentive. That's as simple as that. So let's dive into Klaviyo and let's see how we can build this out. So fortunately, Klaviyo is they're aware of this, and they've put together a template here which you can actually use. I would click on this abandoned cart reminder. It's the high value cart versus low value cart. Click use template. Important to know, when you use this template, it actually uses the checkout trigger. In this case, we're talking about abandoned carts. So we would want to change the trigger here, okay, to add it to cart. And if you want to, I can show you what that trigger looks like right now. 1 second. This is what it's going to look like. Again, you want to make sure your profile filters are correct. So in this case, place the order 0 times 0 in this flow. That's good. If this is an abandoned cart flow, you'd also want to say what someone has done. Okay, sorry, abandoned checkout. So this one, 0 times since starting this flow. So they've only abandoned their cart, right? And we want to make sure that those who are going through the abandoned cart flow have not yet abandoned checkout, because if they have abandoned checkout, then they'll go through the abandoned checkout flow. So these are like the two main ones. You also could have what someone has done has not been in this flow in the last, say, like 7 days. And again, if you have retention, I know some brands have retention or instant or some kind of like email capture third-party software. You'd also want to make sure that they're excluded from here, which I'm not going to show you today, but just make sure that you've got them, they're also excluded, so they're going through the correct flows. I think this is good for basic stuff. If you have any questions around specifically like profile filters for your brand, just let me know in the comments and I'm happy to help. So let's just save this for the time being. Okay, place order 0 times, checkout started 0 times. Again, we're presuming this is added to cart metric. Trigger split value is less than $100. Now, this is dependent on the brand. I think $100 is a nice ball mark, because I know that when things go over 100, usually that's when people are thinking like, oh, I need a bit of a discount on this. Kind of hits a bit harder, right, after the 100. So we'll keep it as is, but again, it's dependent on your brand. So just make sure you have a look at your average AOV, and then maybe around that AOV, both the average AOV, maybe $10 or $20 above your average AOV, you can start to offer incentives. But I'd say your average AOV and below, you want to make sure you're not offering incentives. At least you want to try it out, because if it's your average, it's likelihood that they're not going to need an extra discount than what you're already offering. So if you're on ads, you're already offering, say on your ad side, you're already offering a discount, and you've already offered an incentive for them to get on your email list. That's it. We're on the average order value, we don't want to be offering anything more. We just want to be reminding them. Whereas on your higher cart value, maybe you want to be a bit more generous depending on the brand. So this is it. This is the setup. Again, I recommend 4 hours is a good start time, 20 hours the next day. 2 emails is more than enough. The third email is just in case you want to add another reminder. Some brands it works really well with, but here we go. So email 1, again, it's just a reminder. Low value cart, again, is that you want to be adding in the urgency. Email 1, introduction of the discount, and then again, a reminder with some urgency around that discount. It's that simple. It's really that simple. And you'll be surprised if you've just been offering a discount all the time for every single person that goes through your abandoned cart, including your existing customers, and that's a different topic for another day, then you'll be surprised about how many people will convert without the discount. Try it out before you say no to it. Now, last part. What do you do once the flow is created? Now, it's important, again, if you're testing this out for the first time, test it out for a week or 2 and just see every day. You want to be checking this every day, your flow performance. Look at the conversion rates by branch, so placed order rates per branch. Compare the revenue per recipient per branch, and A/B test subject lines and the discount levels in the high value branch. Okay, it's important to test the discount levels. Again, it's a lot easier to offer a lower discount to start with and then work your way up. I would recommend doing it that way. Start on a smaller discount and then work your way up. And some brands do it the opposite. Start with a higher discount and work your way down. But again, you want to be making sure that you're dialing in the offers. You don't want to just stick with one offer. Every week, testing a new offer in the high value branch to really find that sweet spot. Here's your, take a screenshot of the structure, and then remember to click on that template inside Klaviyo. That's it. This is your advanced abandoned cart flow split by cart value. So you can save discounts for the right customers and scale profitably. Implement this today and watch your abandoned cart recovery skyrocket, and subscribe for more tactical Klaviyo strategies. And if you want to see how we took a climb from $31,000 to $311,000 in email revenue, book a DTC growth call with Jordan today and get our exclusive anti-promotions tab code free for the first 20 people that book a call. So again, let's stop discounting to everyone and start scaling the smart way. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.